Skinwalkers, the legends and fears of a Navajo myth. Skinwalkers are one of the most feared and mysterious figures in Navajo folklore. These entities, known as Ye-Naldlushi in the Navajo language, are believed to be malevolent witches who have the ability to shapeshift into animals. The legend of the Skinwalker has fascinated and terrified people for generations, particularly in the American Southwest, where many claims of sightings and encounters have been reported. While the stories of skinwalkers are deeply rooted in Native American traditions, they have also entered popular culture, inspiring horror stories, films, and internet myths. Origins and beliefs. The concept of the skinwalker originates from Navajo spiritual beliefs about witchcraft and transformation. In Navajo culture, there is a clear distinction between healers, who use their knowledge for good, and witches, who use their powers for evil. Skinwalkers fall into the latter category. According to legend, a person becomes a skinwalker by committing an unspeakable act, often the murder of a close relative. This act grants them supernatural abilities, including the power to transform into animals such as wolves, coyotes, foxes, and owls. Skinwalkers are said to have the ability to move with unnatural speed, mimic human voices, and even take control of people's bodies. They are feared not only for their shape-shifting abilities, but also for their malevolent intentions. Many Navajo people avoid speaking about skinwalkers out of fear that doing so will attract their attention. Encounters and sightings. Stories of skinwalkers are common in the southwestern United States, particularly in areas with a strong Native American presence. Many accounts describe people seeing strange, humanoid creatures with glowing eyes lurking in the desert or running alongside cars at impossible speeds. Some claim to have heard eerie whistles or voices calling their names at night, only to find no one there. One of the most famous locations associated with skinwalkers is Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. The ranch has been the site of numerous reports of paranormal activity, including sightings of strange creatures, UFOs, and unexplained phenomena. While some believe these occurrences are evidence of skinwalkers, others argue they are simply urban legends or exaggerations. Interpretations. The legend of the Skinwalker has grown beyond Navajo tradition, influencing horror fiction, films, and internet folklore. Skinwalkers are often compared to werewolves due to their ability to transform into animals, but unlike werewolves, they can shift at will rather than being bound to the full moon. In recent years, online forums like Reddit and YouTube have been flooded with alleged encounters and stories, further fueling interest in these creatures. However, it is important to remember that the legend of the Skinwalker is a sacred and deeply personal part of Navajo culture. Many Navajo people view outsiders' fascination with skinwalkers as disrespectful, especially when these figures are sensationalized in horror media. For the Navajo, skinwalkers are not simply a spooky legend, but a real and terrifying presence that should not be taken lightly. Conclusion. Skinwalkers remain one of the most chilling and mysterious legends in Native American folklore. Whether viewed as supernatural beings, metaphors for evil, or simply the product of ancient storytelling, their legend continues to captivate and terrify. While some dismiss skinwalkers as myths, others remain convinced that these creatures walk among us, hidden in the shadows, waiting to strike. Whether real or imagined, the fear of the skinwalker persists, proving the power of folklore and the deep-rooted beliefs that shape human understanding of the unknown.